So you have people that's born with talent and gifts, and then you have people that's born with the ability to copy and mimic. And then you have people that's born with the ability to manipulate, and they have no talent, but they know how to take credit for others' work. Now, what I mean by that is, let me break down all three. You have individuals like Rakim, Kool G Rap, Nas, and different other rappers, right? What made Kool G Rap unique was because he's the godfather of New York City's gangster rap, like mafia rap, right? So he switched the game from what dudes before him was doing. That was 83, 84. Then Rakim came in 88, 86 originally, but 87, 88, and he switched the game from how dudes rapped, and he took it to another level, right? Then you had Nas that came like 92, 94, 93, and he switched the game on how dudes rap. And at the age of 14, he was rhyming more complex than men that was way older than him. These are gifts and talents. We have dudes like Jimi Hendrix, who took rock and roll to a whole new level. And Jimi Hendrix played the guitar backwards, upside down, like he played it like no other rock star could do. To this day, people try to mimic and copy Hendrix. But Hendrix was a prodigy, like he was born with just like unique talent and abilities. You know, we have dudes that's gifted in art. We have dudes that's gifted in dance. We have people that's gifted with unique voices like Patti LaBelle and different other people. It just came naturally. Then you have those with the ability to mimic. So we know practice makes perfect. So you have those that studied Nas, Kool G Rap, Rakim. They studied them and mimicked the things that they did naturally. And the person I'm going to use for an example is Eminem, and not because he's white. When Eminem first came out, he was a part of a group called The Outsiders. If I'm not mistaken, y'all could correct me, but Rod Digger and her baby father and them from Newark, New Jersey, they had a rap group called The Outsiders or something like that, right? And Eminem was a member of that group. And it was a bunch of black dudes, and, you know, they had bars. But being that he was a part of that group, he was around Newark, New Jersey at the time, the whole Jersey period. So Tretch was in his prime at that time. Tretch was prevalent in that time. So was Redman. So when dudes dissect Eminem's style, Eminem, when he get multi-syllabalistic, he's on Tretch type of time. And when he gets humorous, he's on Redman type of time. So what Eminem did was combine both styles. If y'all go on YouTube and look up Eminem versus Percy P. Percy P is one of my elders, and he always been super lyrical. He's like a multi-syllabalistic lyricist. Like his words is complex. It's like Tetris. They overlap each other and they fold compound words. Just real complex words. Percy P crushed Eminem in the bathroom during a cipher. Percy P crushed Eminem. This when Eminem, his mimic skills wasn't that up to par yet. He was just learning. Because, it's not natural for him, specifically. Not because he white, That might play a part, but also because he's from Detroit. So New York City dudes was rhyming a little different. You know, we had knowledge of self, dudes was 5% of Muslim, different stuff like that. That stuff didn't touch Detroit yet. But anyway, Eminem mimicked, he copied, he studied dudes' word patterns, he counted their bars and how everything punched and overlapped. He's a student of the game. So he was good, and he possessed the ability to mimic and copy, right? So, same thing with Hendrix. You have a lot of people like Jack White from the White Stripes, and even the Rolling Stones, all of them say Hendrix was a rock god. Chuck Berry, you know, was one of the founders. Chuck Berry and Little Richard is the founders and the godfathers of rock and roll. And the white dudes mimicked it, like the Beach Boys and stuff like that. But when Hendrix came, he took it to another level. So dudes tried to copy Hendrix formats, but they can't to this day, right? But you have people who possess the ability to copy and mimic. Then you have those who just not talented at all, but they find ways to take credit for other things people do. And I ain't gonna say it's a bad thing, and I ain't gonna say it's a good thing. I'm gonna get to my point at the end of this blog. Smack, for instance. And this is nothing bad against Smack, because I'm not knocking his hustle. Smack get the bag and everything. Smack was known as a cameraman, and he interviewed a lot of rappers for free at one time. But as he built content and then got his buzz up, then he was able to charge dudes to get on Smack DVD, right? So as Smack DVD progressed and flourished, you know, he became known, he got tight with different other rappers, and he built industry ties. Then when the DVD game changed, everything went internet. Smack got back into battle rap. He kind of used the Lions Den format and formula for those who's familiar, right? But anyway, people know Smack to say rap. That's it. That comment is branded, and that's granted. But Smack has no talent. DNA has talent. K-Shine has talent. All these rappers have talent. Smack had the ability to organize and put things together and network with his partners, which was Beasley and them, and they was able to put venues together, and they figured out a way to help these rappers make money while they make more money. So he found a way to make money off others' talent, but he has no talent. So now he's viewed as the godfather of battle rap, and you know, he's on award shows and everything, and I'm not knocking him. Congratulations to Smack. All I'm saying is people out there that become successful without having to have no talent. They don't have no talent, but they successful, but they used others' talent and then took the credit for them. Like Puff Daddy, his whole career. Mary J. Blige, a lot of her songs is remakes. A lot of Biggie beats. Juicy, that was M. Toomey's beat. Give Me One More Chance, that was El DeBarge beat. Player Lay on the Ground, that was like an old Delphonic song. So Puff, you know, Raekwon and Ghostface said it on their album. Puff was a shark biter. Puff had the ability to just make money off of other people's music. He never really did nothing unique. When Biggie died and he made the I'm Missing You song, every breath you take, that was Sting and the Police. Every move you make. So Puff got rich off of just using mad other people's music, like music that already was out, and they remade it, and then, you know, now people, you know, think he's some type of musical genius or great, right? So now I'm gonna get to my point, right? One, you never teach a person everything you know. You just teach them everything that they need to know. You never teach them everything you know. You just teach them everything that they need to know. Because you have to have things for yourself so you can continue to prosper, move forward, and be of some type of value and be able to progress, right? So we in an age where hip hop, R&B, rock and roll, all of the black musical genres, graffiti, which started in 1960 in Philly by Cornbread, which was a black dude. Then it came to New York in 1961. So, graffiti and other art cultures that black dudes started. All of this stuff is being confiscated, watered down, exploited, and is being manipulated and used, right? Max B said one thing about Jim before he got locked up. He said, money can't buy talent. Max B said, I have talent. I have unlimited talent. Jim just got money, but Jim don't have no talent, right? So there's a lot of people out here with no talent and no gifts. But they successful. They very successful. And then there's a lot of people out here with talent, unlimited gifts, unlimited natural, grand, unique gifts and talent. But they not famous and they don't have a lot of money, right? For numerous reasons, because some don't want to get exploited, some don't want to be used, some don't want another person to put up the money for them and then get rich off of their abilities and stuff like that, right? Also, people don't want their ideas to be stolen and stuff like that. So you have those that have the ability to copy and mimic, and they always is viewed as like the greats. Like how people always say Jay-Z sounds like young Chris. When Erykah Badu first came out, she sounded like Nina Simone and Billie Holiday. When R. Kelly first came out, he sounded like Aaron Hall. When Lloyd Banks first came out, they said he sounded like Fabulous. Somebody's always going to be compared to somebody, right? But we in the age where people respect the imitator and not the originator. People don't respect the person who creates. They respect the person who takes it and run with it. So I say this to say what? One thing about originality and uniqueness, it'll always stand out. As long as you constantly evolving and sharpening your craft. Because we know no talent that works hard beats lazy talent. But when talent works hard and keep creating and evolving, it's undefeatable. So I say that to say this. I don't never call names and I don't expose people. In the future I'll do an interview on this, but a lot of rappers bit ideas off me, took concepts that I used already in the past, on past mixtapes and albums, and they ran with it. A lot of things, the sounds, the word patterns, everything. Because y'all know, those who follow me for years know my slang. Y'all know I got unique slang. Y'all know I say different type of words, but there's rappers out there using these words, right? Like the way I use them in my terms. In conclusion, right, all I want to say is those that's out there and that is unique, and even though a person bites your swagger and try to dress how you dress or talk how you talk or walk how you walk or do the things you do, always keep evolving and always keep moving forward. Because one thing about people that mimic, eventually they'll get exposed and they'll get noticed and they'll get figured out. And they'll run out of ideas because you can't keep copying and stealing and wave riding and, and jumping around. So, those that out there that needs to hear this, never give up and never quit. Always keep doing what you do. Because eventually the truth will come out and you'll be recognized for your talents and your gifts, and you'll be anointed and you'll be blessed. I and intelligence rule over negative nonsense, war, love, wisdom, and righteousness is law over reckless decisions. Ono.